Happy Thursday, Wilmington, Ohio, Clinton County, 45177. For citizens of this county and this city, you need to pop that bubble and jump back and look inside this thing and with a microscope. Well, nowadays you don't even need a microscope. You just need a set of eyes that can see the end of your nose. Um, look at the players involved in some of these in the city. Look at the last names. Look at their positions, and I mean, you now have a what's soon to go a national case that involved felony acts of this city and this county concerning Casey Pitzer's death. You've got a prosecutor who was headhunting a one of the best cops this city has ever seen. Over 1 hour of overtime that was historically paid. Um, 1 hour of time, ladies and gentlemen, that this city spent thousands and thousands of dollars. But we all believe, well, gee, this officer must know something about the Ruddicks or the little derelict Brett, and that's what we believe. We believe he knows something that was what the contents of that camera that came up missing in the evidence room. Which, by the way, let's talk about who had the keys to every room in that building. Brett Ruddick did. It's been said that he would come to work drunk, smelling like brewery, go into court smelling like ass and beer, and what have you. This is a gentleman who was seen throwing hammers at his children, and oh, by the way, according to his daddy, CPS didn't even investigate. Well, that's because his buddy Brian Scheidecker's wife works over at CPS. That's my theory. It's my opinion. I mean, that might not be the way it went, but that's what a lot of people think. And that's what the way they view it. And I don't. Hey, Mr. Scheidecker, I don't fear you. You've threatened. I mean, this guy threatened me with a lawsuit one day because I said that, and he did it under the capacity, of his prosecutorial scope of his job. So these people they weaponize the law and they do it so easily. And I have a feeling that that's going to come. I mean, that's the kibosh is coming. The giant kibosh. I do believe that. I certainly believe that. But then look at some of the police officers. The one cop, like I said, set up out by the damn the bar out there and offered guys or women told him, hey, you do this and I won't give you a ticket. The one guy that locked himself in the back. I mean, look at all these crimes of a sexual nature. Josh Riley, recommended for 6 criminal charges. Got nothing. Was it because his daddy was the mayor? Okay, so I've got to point a few things out. Mayor Haley, aren't you close friends with the former Mayor Riley, and aren't you close friends with Judge John Tim Ruddick? You wouldn't be looking out for these people, would you? I'm just making a serious observation here. I mean, it is what it is. As any human being without bias is going to do one day. So that's a one-way railroad track there, buddy. I mean, there's no turning back on this. But you see the strategic placements of these people, and then if you recall, Mr. Ruddick, Brett Ruddick, when he ran and drastically lost the bench for the municipal court, the Judge Ruddick's magistrate tried to shuffle and run against, but she was a Republican and she tried to run as an. So they're doing anything they can to keep that corrupt voice with that those corrupt little fingers within the city, and then many things I question. I mean, why is there a soup kitchen director on the board of a drug court? I would love to hear the reasoning behind that. He has no education, legal education. He has no education with mental health. So my biggest question is, why is this guy who is a director of a soup kitchen who has over 1,000 calls by police officers and EMS to his facility, which has not yet been ruled a menace facility and shut down? But if that was a bar, that would have been gone 800 times ago. Just because of the appearance. And they say, oh, well, Tony, there's things. No, there's nothing. It doesn't matter what religion it's hiding under. If it's a facility that's causing that much problems, it's you shut it down. And yes, it is that easy. You just do it and then mess with the repercussions afterward. I mean, for Christ's sake, you guys went on a headhunt and spent thousands of dollars over an hour of discrepancy on one of the best cops you have. And why? Why? And then you went even further and Brady'd the guy. You Brady'd the guy. He didn't lie to you. And the arbitration even says so. But oh boy, Mr. Scheidecker, who strategically all of a sudden got added as a person of interest to depose on Brett Ruddock's lawsuit, the very prosecutor who Brady'd Jack Coates. What does this cop know? Oh boy, I bet you there's lawyers out there that don't care about the Brady designation. Bet they don't care. They can still take statements and depositions, but then they can show up with the arbitration, say, hey, you know what? You don't look so good in this after all, do you, Mr. Scheidecker? Do you, Mr. Mayor? Do you, Jim Brady? Yeah, you don't. It looks like a headhunt because you people are trying to silence the truth. But God's not going to let that happen. He's not. Hey, this is for my fan out there. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. So hey, all eyes are coming to this county. I mean, if you think that, Nate, hey, stand by. If you think that okay, so the Casey Pitcher story, that was WKRC. Stand by. Oh boy. Anyway, the WKRC, the WKRC story. That's not where it ended. I counted seven more state news agencies that are now airing it. So hey guys, all you dipshits that committed felonies in that case, strap yourselves in, because not only is the news covering you, there was an affidavit filed yesterday or today by Mr. Spencer McKay. I think it was 70, 80 pages that implicates so many things. And Mr. Petrie is going to be filing his affidavit that's 97 pages. And I'm going to be a witness to that. And I'm going to file my little one page that's going to be, wait a minute. It's going to come with the heavy hand of the hammer. I shouldn't do that. I shouldn't show that hammer. Might give the poor guy a flashback. Anyway, think about all how many chiefs of police have we had in the past 5-6 years? I have an inkling we're going to be getting a new one too. Just my thoughts, just my intuition. Excuse me, I'm parched. So, this being said, keep your eyes open, ladies and gentlemen. I do know that also that all of the little, the people that have, potentially, and this is hearsay, that have ever dealt, illegal substances to the former law director, stand by. Reach down, grab a hold, stand by. Here it comes. So this dipshit embarked on something that's going to be, hey, you know what? God works in mysterious ways. When you do anything with ill intent in the name of good, in the name of law, in God we trust, and things that matter. Hey, lady law, the scales, she's blindfolded. When you try to pull that blind down and you try to lean it one way with ill intent, it's not going to last long. Your intentions will be seen. They will be exposed at some time or another, and in God's time, I believe that. Because all of these things are coming to a little head. It's just like a big boil. And I believe when it's popped, there's going to be a lot of old town names just spewing out of it and stinking like shit. My opinion, of course. My opinion. again. So keep in mind of the players in this suit, some of the witnesses who know some of you that may have dealt illegal substances, may have, my opinion, or to the opinion of the others, may have dealt illegal substances to the former law director. Well, stand the fuck by. Semper Fi. God bless.